Hello everyone, thank you to join us online forum. I'm Cheng, the host, and today we are going to explore the taxation power and taxpayers' rights through the tax case that happened in Tai Ji Men Qigong Academy. At the beginning of the forum, I would like to invite all the audience to watch a video about Tai Ji Men, a manpile of Qigong martial arts where Shifu leads his students to travel around the world performing traditional Chinese martial arts and promoting the concept of love and peace, which has won the praise of numerous important officials in Taiwan and abroad.
Tai Ji Men is a manpile of Qigong, martial arts, and self-cultivation that aims to promote the essence of Tai Chi culture and improve the physical, mental, and spiritual health of the people of the world. Since ancient times, this excellent culture has been passed down from Shifu to Dizi. For Tai Ji Men Dizi, practicing Qigong is one of the ways to facilitate self-improvement. Additionally, they have been conducting various forms of culture exchanges to spread the ideas of conscience, love, and peace. Since its inception, Tai Ji Men has never done any fundraisers or accept any public donations. Tai Ji Men Shifu and Dizi have self-funded trips to over 100 nations and presented over 3,000 performances to foster a culture of peace. Their efforts have been widely recognized and highly praised at home and abroad.
For the past 35 years since its founding, your esteemed organization has upheld its objectives of loyalty, filial piety, love of the country, and love of society, uniting like-minded people to promote martial arts, traditional culture, and good social values. It's admirable.
Tai Ji Men is an ancient manpile of Qigong and martial arts passed down from generation to generation. It's like a big warm family. All Dizi are energetic and healthy physically and mentally. Under Zhang Menzhen's leadership, the Dizi not only practice self-cultivation, but also spread kindness to help the world. Through international culture exchanges, they foster love for the world, promoting the idea of love and peace worldwide. On behalf of the government, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my utmost respect and gratitude to you once again. Thank you for your long-term efforts and contributions to our country and society.
Every time we see Tai Ji Men, we see energy, warmth, and love. We all admire Dr. Hong's compassion and would like to see Tai Ji Men practice this worldwide. Let Taiwan stand out and let the world come in.
Under the Zhang Menzhen's leadership, Tai Ji Men has actively participated in international events, conducted citizen diplomacy, and raised Taiwan's global visibility. In the future, I also hope that Tai Ji Men under Dr. Hong's leadership will continue to work with the government. Let us use our positive influence and move Taiwan forward with continued progress. Let the world see Taiwan.
Tai Ji Men is a manpile of Qigong and martial arts. It's a place for self-betterment and Qigong practice with a focus on teaching loyalty and filial piety.
Tai Ji Men 弟子 You've been contributing your money and efforts with the idea of love and peace, as well as your excellent civil and martial arts. You've created a peaceful and very happy place in the world.
I would like to thank the organizer, Tai Ji Men Qigong Academy, again for its efforts over the years.
I think it is wonderful that Tai Ji Men is able to work with our health department to host this event, New Health Concepts, Total Mobilization Against the SARS.
Be kind, do good deeds, speak kind words. As Tai Ji Men just said, an era of conscience has come.
If we all follow our conscience in everything we do, and the collective power of kindness will definitely improve ourselves, society, and the nation.
On New Year's Day and Taiwan's National Day, we can see Tai Ji Men's brilliant performances. It is arguably the best example and representation of Taiwan's civil society.
We are releasing sky lanterns simultaneously around the world to pray for all humanity. Many Tai Ji Men volunteers assisted in the event.
We, the organizing committee for the National Day, extend our gratitude to all of you again for your efforts and assistance. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to all of you.
In recent years, Tai Ji Men's activity have always been very successful and very inspiring, especially their contribution to culture.
Tai Ji Men's value and the cultural value it promotes do not limit to just traditional culture. The main thing is that it has made positive contributions to society. We hope Tai Ji Men will continue to soar to greater heights.
Human rights are universal values. I think today, through Tai Ji Men's promotion, Taiwan's society will pay more attention to the fundamental human rights.
Tai Ji Men has promoted martial arts and ethics and projected our nation's arts and culture onto the international stage.
This year, Tai Ji Men is promoting an era of conscience in particular. People need to apply their conscience, do good deeds, and foster social harmony. This is very meaningful. We hope the people of Taiwan will support this movement.
It's truly amazing. Even heaven is bestowing its blessings. Like today, there's wind and sunshine, and the temperature is very good. I saw all participants here were very, very joyful. This is really rare. Even heaven is helping you.
I'm very grateful for Tai Ji Men's work in civilian diplomacy. Tai Ji Men has always been committed to public welfare. I want to thank you for coming here and adding vitality to the program. This is Tai Ji Men's spirit.
Through this method, we are displaying our traditional culture, sports, and arts in a different way. I think it's very, very good. It's very helpful for us in the international community.
On behalf of the government, I came to present a certificate of recognition to the Zhanmen of Tai Ji Men, Dr. Hong Daozi, for actively participating in international affairs, promoting martial art activities, projecting Taiwan onto the whole world over the years, and especially for enhancing Taiwan's image.
Tai Ji Men itself is the best example. In particular, after their performances during the Sydney Olympics, for many people around the world, when they think of Taiwan, they think of Tai Ji Men.
At the invitation of the city of Seattle, Tai Ji Men participated in the Seafair in Seattle. The top 10 festivals in the United States. Tai Ji Men's tradition is to strengthen the body, cultivate the heart and moral character through Chinese martial arts, and truly demonstrate the profoundity of Chinese culture.
under the leadership of Dr. Hong Daozi. Tai Ji Men is spreading a message of love and peace not only to Taiwan, but also to the world, so that we can hear a refreshing voice amid the chaos in the world.
Today, we are very thankful that Tai Ji Men Dizi came here. They not only presented performances, but most importantly, this kind of spirit. In fact, that is what Taiwan needs. That is to have confidence. When we apply this kind of kindness and stay serene in the heart, the power will be boundless as tranquility generates wisdom.
Enduring hardship makes one stronger. Tai Ji Men Shifu and Dizi have been persecuted for over 2 decades. Despite this ordeal, they continue to foster love, peace, and conscience around the world. Dr. Renee Wadlow, president of the Association of World Citizens, an NGO associated with the UNDPI, stated that Tai Ji Men has been very active throughout the world to conduct cultural exchanges and promote a culture of love and peace. They have brought people Taiwan's rich cultural life and heritage, and its pursuit of love and peace. Especially when their rights have been persecuted for many years, they still choose to continue promoting conscience, love, and peace. This is very exceptional. The Taiwanese government should protect Tai Ji Men and resolve the tax issue in a fair and transparent manner.
From the video, we can clearly understand the contribution of Tai Ji Men, Shifu and Dizi to the world, country, and the society. But such a positive group is persecuted for 25 years because of the IRS used the 4 criminal indictments and the tax without verification. Taiwan has already implemented the International Covenants on Human Rights, but the taxation of human rights is still required by the government and fails to protect the taxpayers. There are 3 speakers today. First, I would like to invite Mickey, a Tai Ji Men Dizi, who has experienced the Tai Ji Men tax case and heard about unreasonable taxation at work. Let's hear her views on taxation and human rights.
Hello everyone, my name is Mickey. I work in manufacturing industry. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Ministry of Economic Affairs has proposed a number of relief programs in response to pandemic, and the public is deeply impressed by the frontline workers for their people-oriented service attitude as they actively go into enterprises. As a government department, the Internal Revenue Service of the Ministry of Finance culturally shows a face of almost the untenable. The response of those elegant officials in National Tax Bureau was only one sentence: "You have to prove it by yourself." When it comes to illegal and inaccurate tax bills, the professional accountants of each company are still unable to cope with the National Tax Bill's words: more or less, pay as you can, or you will get 5-year account check. An industry veteran, also a victim of illegal taxation, mentioned his real case. The Tax Bureau informed him over the phone that a company's president had traveled overseas a lot in a particular year, so it was a reasonable suspicion of foreign earnings for the president. Then he was asked to go to the Tax Bureau in person and tell them the whole story. After proving his innocence, the tax official found that he could not straighten personnel. He turned to the CPA for that company and straightened them by saying that, "If you don't find a way to make this company pay this tax bill, I am going to check every and each your client Finally, this poor guy had no choice but to pay the unfair tax. This case highlights the brutality of tax officers and their lack of awareness of taxpayers' human rights. However, it's just the tip of the iceberg of countless disaster cases. The wrongful and false case of Tai Ji Men, which was called the February 20th incident of tax run by scholars and experts, is also the Taiwan statement reviewing Miller, and has been designated by the Control Yuan as an important indicator case of human rights. I have been a Tai Ji Men since I was 25 years old. In the past 20 years, my sifu has repeatedly told me to be loyal to the country, to have peaceful mind, and to know how to tell the right from wrong, to tell truth from false. Sifu leads us to help others. Merely being a nice person is not good enough. Our society will be truly good only when everyone is good. Now, the virus is spreading across the world, and lots of taxpayers in Taiwan have been choked by the unlawful taxation cancer, and it has caused them depressed, conscious cancer, even committed suicide, and lots of families destroyed. Cheng, former premier of the Executive Yuan and chairman of the New Generation Financial Foundation, once stated that the Ministry of Finance has the authority to ask people for money for no reason. The must-pay tax bill has made the Taxpayer Rights Protection Act meaningless in defending taxpayers' rights. It emphasizes the protection of taxes but fails to protect the taxpayers. The cash gifts presented by Tai Ji Men to Shifu should be tax-free. Unfortunately, they were instantly involved in a political purge. Since then, tens of thousands of families have been laboring by a cart under the name of tax evasion and entangled in endless tax bills for 25 years. A false case that should not have existed in the first place still took 10 years and 3 months of a judicial trial. On July 13, 2007, the third instance of a high criminal court ruled not guilty and no tax evasion. During the trial period, over 1,000 judges were involved, and Judge Huang Shuling alone tried the case for 34 times, and the cost was paid by all the taxpayers. This is all due to the false accusations made by prosecutor Hou Kuan-ren. The case has been proved not guilty by the judicial. However, the tax bill resulting from the indictment continues to abuse Tai Ji Men and its members. At the end of August last year, 2020, the National Tax Bureau, in conjunction with the Administrative Enforcement Agency, forcibly auctioned off the Tai Ji Men sacred land and took it into state ownership. The tax bill knew that the indictment was seriously contradictory in its determination of the nature of the income. The tax bureau did not wait for a criminal verdict to determine the nature of the proceeds, nor did it investigate the case in accordance with its duties. Moreover, it has not fulfilled its burden of proof in accordance with Article 12.1 of the Taxation of Contribution Law. Exploring by media recently, the only witness in the indictment, the tax officer Shi Yuesen, publicly admitted to cooperating with Hou Kuan-ren in committing perjury, and pointing out that prosecutor Hou Kuan-ren had led the forgery. Huang Kunguang, former senior auditor of the National Tax Bureau of Kaohsiung, stated that the red envelopes are exempt income, which they should not be taxpayers. They are illegal taxpayers. Huang Kunguang emphasized again that the National Tax Bureau planted fake evidence against targeting Tai Ji Men for illegal taxation. Taiwan is a country governed by the rule of law. It is regarded by the world as a beacon of democracy in Asia. The road to democracy is not easy to come by. If the bureaucrats and the lawless officials continue to persecute the people with the two major tortures, law and tax, it will be a disaster for the country and its people. Finally, I'd like to quote a renowned dictum from Chief Supreme Court, Justice John Marshall. The power to tax is the power to destroy. To urge President Cheng to resolve the 25-year violation of human rights and religious freedom against Tai Ji Men. To return the land to Tai Ji Men. The government must sanction lawless officials and local bureaucrats. Return to people an environment that imparts tax human rights, respects human dignity, and freedom of belief. Thank you.
Taxation is an obligation of the people, and taxation is for the people to have a better living environments. The government and the people should protect each other to achieve a balanced relationship and should not be biased towards any party. Next, I would like to invite Azhi, a tax reform volunteer who has been involved in tax reform for a long time. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Hello friends online, how are you today? I'm Azhi, a volunteer from Tax and Legal Reform League. I used to wear a yellow vest and hand out flyers to the public on the street. Yes, it's us. A while ago, I read a comment made by Hong Kong political critic Xiao Ruoyuan on September 6 last year, and discussed the outrageous and false case of Tai Ji Men that occurred in Taiwan and has been entangled for 25 years. I would like to share with you his four major conclusions as follows. First, it shows that Taiwan's laws are completely absurd. How can the court rule that is invalid? It has been sentenced not guilty and tax-free, and the National Taxation Bureau continuously issues tax bills. This means that there's only in Taiwan, in the world, and the prosecution can appeal indefinitely. From the common law, one crime cannot be tried twice. The law is used to protect the people. It cannot allow the prosecution to hold great powers and constantly trouble the people with the same thing. The second, the court verdict is illegal. Can the National Taxation Bureau not follow the court ruling? This common law must be abided by anyone, even the president. Anyone who does not listen to the court orders is to contempt the court and to go to jail in Hong Kong. Third, what does the control yuan do? Basically, the five powers are separated. You did not implement the resolution passed by the control yuan committee. What does control yuan do? After he was caught or condemned, the administrative deficiency had to be handed over to his administrative department for punishment, and his department was dedicated to shielding his own people for several years without punishment at all. To learn from the former Yushi doctor, the control yuan must collect all kinds of evidence and then conduct a public hearing. After the public hearing, the result of the judgment must be executed, especially in matter of dereliction of duty. Fourth, the problem with the National Taxation Bureau. Taiwan National Taxation Bureau had great powers to accept whistleblowing and has whistleblowing bonuses, report bonuses. This is very bad practiced in Taiwan. Whistleblowing can be divided into money. There is a tax bonus and up to 36%. This was when Kuomintang dealt with Communist Party and allowed people to inform each other. In Hong Kong, anonymous reports are not accepted. If a named report involves a criminal offense, the defendant may surrender it instead. Indulging in accusation that there is money to be divided has caused great trouble for Taiwanese society, and this old and outdated laws will eventually need to be abolished. I personally think there are several ways to resolve this case as follows. First, respectfully invite domestic religious leaders, social figures, and all 113 legislators to come forward and call on national leaders to face up the Tai Ji Men injustice case and immediately resolve the 81-year tax case, return the Tai Ji Men innocence, and return the confiscated land and property immediately. Second, call on Cheng, President of the Control Yuan and the National Human Rights Commission to play a role in the Tai Ji Men injustice tax and falsification case. The investigation report of the Control Yuan listed seven major shortcomings against the National Taxation Bureau. It's just the power of the investigation, and the right of picketing should also have the role of a civic officer. Third, promoting the movement of the era of conscience. Only the awakening of conscience can save this society. Only the awakening of the conscience of the persons concerned and apology is the fastest solution, but it's easy to say. However, the judgment day will eventually come, and it's coming soon. Dr. Hong once said, "The conscience is the only passport leading us to heaven. Otherwise, I don't need to say that everyone knows." The above 3 points are my personal opinions. Please advise. Thank you. Let's hope this unjust case will be redressed soon.
Listening to Azhi's presentation, I believe you should have a better understanding of Taiwan's current tax system. Moving towards a democracy country, Taiwan's current taxation regulations is completely unqualified from an outside point of view and requires more reforms. Anyone who studies science knows that evidence speaks. How much evidence speaks so much? The last speaker, let's welcome Miller, who is engaged in biochemical technology and also a Tai Ji Men Dizi. He wants to analyze the Tai Ji Men case from a scientific point of view. He found there are so many unreasonable and unscientific points. Let us listen to what he says.
Hello everyone, I'm Miro and I'm working for a biotech company. Due to the nature of my job and the fact that the COVID-19 vaccination is a hot topic, my colleagues and I often discuss the vaccines. Vaccines from the beginning of research and development to preclinical and clinical trials need a lot of scientific data to prove their safety and efficiency. Not only do FDA officials check the scientific data to approve new drug applications of vaccines, but prosecutors must also rely on scientific evidence to execute their authority. However, that due process has not been followed in Tai Ji Men tax case. Tai Ji Men is an ancient menpai of Qigong, martial arts, and self-cultivation. I am a Tai Ji Men Dizi. I practice Qigong in Tai Ji Men to cultivate moral character and purify my heart while strengthening my physical, mental, and spiritual health. My Shifu, Dr. Hong Daozi, and his deeds visit countries around the world for cultural exchanges and to spread love and peace. Unfortunately, in 1996, when the Tai Ji Men tax case occurred, prosecutor Hong Huanren used the phrase "raising goblins" in the indictment to falsely accuse Tai Ji Men of being a cult. In 1997, when Hou Kuan-ren was interviewed on News 100 program on TVBS. He said, "Of course Dr. Hongdao denied, but I saw a streak of shadow in his eyes. Based on my instinct from years of handling cases, I think he might have raised governance." In 2010, Qian Qiujin, a member of Legislative Yuan, questioned Minister of Justice Zheng Yongfu about these TV scenarios and criticized, "If based on the look in your eyes, a prosecutor can decide whether to prosecute you or not, then there will be no peace in Taiwan." A law professor at Temple University, Kenneth Jacobson, said, "It is not due process to accuse a human being in a civilized society of raising governance. The mere statement of that would cause individuals and should cause individuals to question the sanity of the prosecutor, and in any court of law such an absurd allegation will be thrown out." The Tai Ji Men test case was investigated by the Control Yuan in 2002, and it was found that the prosecutor judged that the defendant raised governance solely based on the defendant's confession, not the scientific evidence. Furthermore, there was a contradiction between the confession of the defendant and the evidence collected by the prosecutor's investigation, which was a violation of law of evidence. But the National Taxation Bureau based their ruling on the false indictment and imposed taxes on Tai Ji Men. A 2007 appeal ruled that Tai Ji Men was not guilty and should be regulated to a tax-free status. In 2011, the Executive Yuan held an inter-ministerial meeting and decided that the false information in the criminal indictment should no longer be used for taxation, but the NTB still imposed unjustified taxes. In 2020, the NTB and the Administrative Enforcement Agency partnered up to illegal auction of Tai Ji Men's land and confiscated it. Such an action group has been persecuted by illegal officials for the past 25 years. Like the 228 incident, the Tai Ji Men test case issue is a significantly serious human rights violation. The first mistake was made by the prosecutor, and the second was committed by the NTB. Hopefully the government will end their mistakes, apply the law of evidence, return Tai Ji Men's land, and give back taxpayers' human rights. Thank you for taking the time to listen.
The Tai Ji Men tech case is an unjustified case made out of nothing, and it is over the middle of Taiwan's legal text, showing many persecutions of human rights and unreasonable points, and also completely violating the spirit of the two human rights conventions. Taiwan is moving toward democracy and freedom country. We need to review the tax regulations so that most tax power and taxpayers can be protected and human rights can be equalized. As citizens of the world, we have the right to enjoy human rights, and we have a responsibility to demand our country truly protect human rights, so that all people can live without fear and sad. Let's listen and enjoy the song, Human Rights for World Citizens. Thank you for watching today, and may the human rights of taxation in Taiwan be realized as soon as possible.